Hi, this is Shay Veronica, and your doctors, Williams, Greenidge, and Browne, are in the newspaper today, and they probably watched that little skit that was going around talking about like 9 hours before an ambulance comes to get you if you fall ill in Barbados, and within that 9 hours you can die, wake up from being dead, go to work, and die again. It's just like crazy the long time you have to wait for some ambulance to pick you up if you're ill in Barbados, and then when you do get to the emergency room, there's another wait. So these three doctors decided to come out and talk about NCDs. Okay, they're saying that the people who are eating poorly, people who do not cook, people who go to the fast food restaurants that the government and other entities in Barbados allow in on the island, that the people are sick with diabetes and kidney problems and heart problems and all sort of problems because of all the sweet drinks and the mac and cheese and all the chafet rollies and food from fast foods. People in Barbados are no longer cooking their meals. Okay, so you can eat one meal. Let's say, well, I don't know how many meals you're eating, but you can actually have one meal and it has like 3,000 empty calories. 3,000 empty calories, because it's not helping you. All it's doing is clogging up your system. And these three doctors that came out to put the record straight, they don't look too far off from what they're complaining about. You should wonder, like, are they in the best of health themselves? I remember once I went to a doctor and I decided that I needed to see another doctor because the doctor that I was supposed to see was the most unhealthiest looking person I never saw someone looking that unhealthy before. So sometimes these practitioners present to take care of you, and they have a cigarette hanging out the corner of their mouth, or they smell as though they just came from outside smoking, and they're just like dragging, and then you're supposed to tell them about your healthy life and blah, 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 while they are looking the way they look. So yeah, sometimes the practitioners look like what they're complaining about. But anyhow, these three came into your newspaper to talk about people with non-communicable diseases, and you know what those are, and you know what you're eating that bring those problems into your body. You do know, and you do know you're eating too much, and you're eating too much because you're eating empty calories. All these things you already know, but you don't really care. So that's what's clogging up the system at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital. So get used to it. Get used to waiting almost 10 hours for an ambulance to come and get you. Get used to the fact that there may be no room in the hospital for you because no one is cooking, no one is taking care of themselves. Well, not many. A lot of people in Barbados are living unhealthy lifestyles because they're poor. But then again, it's like, to me, it's like a situation where I cannot get it in my head that if you are poor, how can you eat at these restaurants? How are you eating at these fast food restaurants if you're poor? It's a mindset that just boggles my mind. But anyhow, that's what these three doctors complained about. So in essence, three doctors came into your newspaper today to tell you that you are suffering from fast food diseases. You are suffering because you are poor. You are suffering because you have to drink sweet drink and eat things that are really poorly prepared, full of salt, full of sugar, things that keep these things like smelling good for long periods of time. They're telling you that you are your worst enemy. That's what these three doctors just came online in your paper to tell you. You are your worst enemy. This is Shay Veronica.